Get that one in there. Right, it's just a quick one today because bit of a rush, got some other stuff going on in terms of other tracks, but I've just bought myself a thermal plugin from Output, gotten that hype finally, and it's amazing so far for the sort of music I'm making at the minute, quite distorted and everything. Like it adds a lot of saturation and lets some really unique tones come through for like different instruments. So like we're gonna hop in the computer, I'll show you because I've started writing some new stuff already with it, and it's mega. So yeah, let's hop in and have a look and see what it sounds like. So I started everything off with just this drum loop. So I loaded up a preset first. There's hundreds of presets on here that you can use, like loads and loads. I haven't listened to all of them yet. I'm going to need to sort of have a big go through. You can favourite the ones you like the most as well, so I'm going to sort of do a bit more of that. But to begin with, the loop sounded like this. So quite a cool loop to begin with, nice and glitchy and sort of a bit over the place, but as soon as you chuck on this plugin, it just completely like mashes it up, makes it sound completely different to what you had before you started, and it's amazing. Like that's literally like one of the first sort of presets I found just on the lo-fi setting, only a little bit down the list, and I was like kind of Kyle Beats thinking it was perfect.
It's perfect.
So yeah, like really good for that sort of style of crunching things up, but then you can also use it to just add some grit, which I did with my 808s. So this is the sound before with the 808s before I added on thermal. And then we chuck the plugin on and just adds all that sort of grit and sort of grime, makes it sound again just like more character. Because if we put both of these on without thermal and then with, it just kind of instantly gets you to that point of having like a more finished track, I suppose, and it's a great tool. Like the Logic stock stuff is great as well, and I've used that for years, but this just kind of elevates it to that next level with like different options and speed as well. Speed is a big thing for me now. I'm sort of trying to do as many beats and tracks as I can in a day and sort of work quickly, and this just kind of allows that to happen. It enables me to work quickly. So yeah, that's the first project. We're going to jump into another one now, and we'll sort of have a look at a slightly different use case. So we've got our second project loaded up. It's a bit more of a chill beat. Again, this was last night, just sort of messing with the plugin, so I didn't go too in depth. It's just a sample with some drums over the top, really. But what you can hear, this was what we started with on this one, which was a melody loop, again from Splice. Ooh, excuse me, it's put me to sleep. Right, and then when we chuck on the plugins, we have this. So this was just with the width and heat preset, which is kind of one of the first ones. It just makes everything a little bit more saturated, a little bit bigger. It's a more subtle way to use the plugin, and it's why like everything I'm working on at the minute, I've sort of gone back and chucked this on just to sort of try it out, and it takes the tracks to that just like next level, especially when you hear it on the drums here. So I put all the drums into just a summing stack. This is it without. And then when we add it on, and that adds some grit, some like hiss texture, and then also a bit of like chorus wobble. It sort of makes it unstable, and it just kind of adds to this sort of tone. If we listen to all of it together, and then without, it just sounds a bit stale without really. And I know you could get these results by sort of messing around with different plugins and if you knew what you wanted, but sometimes if you're a bit stuck, you don't always know exactly what you want to take it to the next place. So having something that just sort of, you know, might spark that inspiration, that's kind of what it's there for. But yeah, I hope this sort of shows you some of the different use cases of the thermal stuff. Big shout out to Splice for sort of enabling it to happen with their rent to own. If you don't know what that is, you can basically go and try out plugins. It gives you the option of a trial, but also to just pay monthly to have them, because if you're like me and you're sort of, you know, maybe a student or just sort of getting started in your production, you don't want to go and drop all that money in one go. It's a nice way of just sort of spreading it out. So yeah, I'd recommend checking it out. Not sponsored, but check it out, because I used it to get this, because yeah, I didn't really want to go and drop all the money at once. But so yeah, I hope you enjoyed. You're going to be hearing a lot of this plugin because the releases that are coming up soon are going to be filled with it, I'm sure now. If you want to stay tuned about those, follow me on TikTok, Instagram, all those sort of places, and we can you can keep up to date with what's going on with the music side of things. Alright, but cheers guys, take it easy, I hope you enjoyed.